Vlogtober day vlog. Let me just stop. Happy Vlogtober 2018, day 18, you guys. It's Thursday. I am out in public looking scary as usual. I'm all trying to find a spot here. I actually sent Mom inside Walmart for me because I didn't want to get completely dressed properly. I'm so lazy today. I got some good rest, but I'm doing my laundry and I'm washing my, I don't have, so I'm not gonna go in Walmart like this. Oh, you know what I mean. Oh, that lady's carrying a cute baby. I'm at the Walmart parking lot as, I'm all over the place. I know I'm probably not making sense. Mom went inside. She went to go get my, what do you call it? Prescriptions. And then she was going to pick something up herself. She needed to do a bank run. I got up because everybody kept waking me up today. I think I got almost 6 hours sleep, though. That's good enough. I feel good. So I got up, had my bulletproof coffee. Okay, you guys, about my bulletproof coffee, I normally just, stir it and whip it up as much as I can. And I know some people put either or when it comes to the grass-fed butter or the MCT oil. I put both. I started doing that when I was first feeling the effects of the keto diet, the protein constipation, that type thing. And of course I went into all the forums to figure out how to fix that issue because that was not comfortable. And that is something that will happen in the beginning once you get, if you're starting keto and you are trying to figure things out. So the grass-fed butter and the MCT oil, which is basically just a very refined coconut oil, those two put in my coffee to make up the recipe of the bulletproof coffee, the keto bulletproof coffee. I love the flavor of it. It makes the coffee taste rich, kind of like a dessert, a decadent. So I put them both in there, and ever since I started doing that, I've only experienced the keto constipation once in the very beginning, and it was, to say the least, uncomfortable. It was horrible. That was an awful thing to go through. But I've never experienced it again because this just keeps everything going just fine. And what a subject to talk about, huh? But my coffee is good, and it has all those benefits. It also keeps you from being hungry for most of the day. They say for half a day. For me, and as a big girl as I am, and the big appetite I've always had, it'll keep me from not being hungry for a long time. Almost, I want to say, to where I'll just eat once a day. And even then, I'm reminding myself to eat. But that's what it does for you guys. That's what it's supposed to do. I'm people watching. That girl has really pretty hot pink hair. I love hair color like that. I'm just too old to do it for myself. But when I was younger, I used to do those extreme colors. I used to be a blonde. I used to have red, like burgundy hair, a deep burgundy. I loved that. When my boys were little, my youngest son used to tell me that was his favorite color on my hair. So I used to keep it like that for a long time. I'm too old to do all that stuff now, but I like watching the younger girls that wear those vibrant colors. Okay, I keep rattling. There's a police department, a police car right there. Let me go over here. If you can see that. I'm very sidetracked. Such a goober. I stopped the film and I went back and I watched it all. I'm like such a goober. And yes, I'm all over the place. Girlfriend, you know who you are. You told me about the lens. Why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I think of that? And I just go in there and see I'm wiping it. And it's, oops. Solved my problem of my blurry lens. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so happy. You made my day. But I still need a vlogging camera. Anyway, I just went back and I watched what I just filmed, what you just saw. I was like, oh my God, I'm such a space cadet. I'm all over the place. I should have had really strong keto coffee. The reason why I was telling you about the keto coffee is because I was talking, you know, I had posted on Monday, I was like floating about my weight, my current weight loss, the 40 pounds in 8 weeks. So, and some of my cousins and my besties, some of my friends in there were like, well, you know, they were wanting more details, especially about the keto coffee, because I give a lot of credit to the keto coffee from keeping me full and regular and not craving desserts or anything, because it's like a decadent thing for me. It's really rich. I love it. I look forward to it. And like today, instead of just, you know, stirring the heck and melting that grass-fed butter, I put half of the rest, half of what it calls for, because like I was saying before, it's an either or, but I use both. So I just put half of the MCT and half of the grass-fed butter because I like the flavor and the texture it gives to the coffee. And it's working for me. 40 pounds, 8 weeks, I'd say it's working for me, and I attribute it mostly to the keto coffee. And the fact that I am in ketosis, because that coffee does kicks you up into the ketosis level, so that way your body can just start burning off all of the heavy excess stored fat, you know. And that's the goal. That's the whole goal of the keto diet, keto reduction. I was harassing my bestie last night. She's homesick this week, poor baby. Yvonne, if you're watching, I hope you feel better today. But I can't wait till she gets better, because I was harassing her last night when on my break at work. I was texting her and I'm like about going to the gym. I know she has a membership, so we're gonna start I'm gonna start going to the gym with her. So that's how I'm gonna get my exercise on. If I don't have an exercise buddy, I won't do it. I have an exercise bike at home. I look at it every now and then. I'll sit there, I'll turn the TV on, and you know, I'm riding my little bicycle, sitting there in place. But it's not the same thing as if you go, when you go to the gym and the atmosphere and everybody's working out and there's music, and it's just, I need to get back in the swing of things so I can firm the flab. Maybe I should title today's vlog as keto coffee and firming flab subject, because that's what's on my mind. There's so many people coming out. I'm parked really up front by the door. Anyway, I couldn't park by the door that I let my mom in. I'm way over here, but I'm watching it in case she comes out. So anyway, yeah, that's what I'm doing today, you guys. I'm just sitting in this car yapping at y'all. Not properly dressed to be in public. I'm doing laundry right now at home. I'm washing my bras, so therefore it's not on me, it's in the washing machine. So I'm not getting off the car. I just, you know, the only public I did was from my front door out to the driveway into the car, and in the car I stay until we get home. So I just snorked. So anyway, and I'm yapping your guys' ears off about the keto coffee, constipation, and that truck just, oh yeah, that is parking. Today's Thursday. Oh, I told you guys yesterday about that, a letter of interest to, or a letter to go interview for that promotional position. I called today. I figure, what the heck? It's not a job offer. It's just, I like to look at it like, okay, I'll just go for the interview practice. And just so that I can stay on the hiring list with the hopes that one day my department will have an opening for that position. I could tell my boss, well, I'm on the list for that, you know, and then I can get promoted where I'm at because I love my job that much. I do. I don't want to move. That's the God's honest truth. I don't want to move. I can't remember when the last time I was this happy at a job. Oh yeah, I remember now. And it was also in this field, but I was young anyway. I'm happy here. Don't want to move. Don't want to change. I've worked at many jobs for many years, being miserable. You know, the kind when you know you have to go because you got bills to pay, but it's not a good day. You're dealing with people's moods, people's attitudes. There's a lot of places people go to work and they're just miserable, and it's kind of like resonates and spills over to others, whether they like you or not, you know what I mean? Or if they don't like you, it just makes things even worse. But I'm sure a lot of you guys know what I'm talking about. That's not the case where I'm at. Yeah, there's some moody people in my department, you know, but overall they're good people. I don't know, I just feel like when I asked God, I prayed to get out of where I was out there at the prison. I prayed. I was like, please, Lord, give me a job, but right here locally that'll pay my bills and, you know, where you want me placed. And then all of a sudden, bam, 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 this happened. And I got pulled in, and I'm happy, and I'm thinking, I'm almost positive this is the answer to the prayer I was praying about, because that's how much I love it. Don't want to leave it. Okay. So I called and to do that interview, and the lady's like, well, you know, we are no longer going to be filling this position. So what that means for you is that we're placing you back on the list at the main personnel department. I'm like, oh, good. Because number one, I don't like that department. Worked there for a short time, and I got out as soon as I could. This was years ago, but it's not a very positive. It's like a negative place to work. Overall, it's just a negative place. A lot of places that have to do with government are, especially, you know, people that are, I don't want to talk about it. That's just not a good place, and it's not for me, and I'm happy where I'm at. So that's the I'm still getting ready, you guys. I put my face on. I got things in the dryer. Hold on, okay? Probably now the camera part, see if the blurriness goes away. It looks like it did. But anyway, I've got to iron my hair. The hot iron, I just turned it on, so it's getting hot. I made me half a pot of coffee. It's cooling down, so I can make me an iced coffee to go, and a second one for later on in the shift. I started watching that American Horror series on FX. I just finished watching the second episode. It's freaky. It's American Horror Apocalypse, I think it's called. Anyway, it's freaky. And I'm only watching it. I mean, I used to watch them from the beginning, and I liked them. But then one year, I think it was the third season, maybe the fourth, it got too freaky for me, and I couldn't watch it no more. So I asked one of my boys, because he watches it. I said, is it real scary like that one year? He's like, nah, it's not scary at all. So I felt it was safe to start watching it, only because of the season right now. So I just finished watching that. I'm going to get the last of my dryer out and then iron my hair, put my clothes on. What time is it? It's 10 to 6. So usually by 6 o'clock I have my clothes on. I start throwing my bag together and seeing what I'm going to take. I'm not going to take a meal. I think I'll just take snacks like strawberries. And I took me some of my homemade peanut butter and chocolate cups, the keto cups. I've been making myself those. What they're called, like peanut butter, or they're called Reese's peanut butter cup bombs or fat bombs. And then I also made the cream cheesecake fat bombs, but I used a different mold this time, and I don't like how they came out of the mold. I have to literally dig it out, so it's not, you know, just like a piece of candy. Oh, my hot iron is beeping. I'll be back. Guys, I'm taking my little beater today. It's its turn to take a drive. So I'm finally off and running. Again, friend, you know who you are, telling me about my lens. Thank you. It made things better. I don't know. Right now I don't have my glasses on. I can't tell if it's like a tiny bit blurry, but it seems clear. My vision is naturally blurry, so you guys tell me down in the comment section. My camera seems to be acting funny right now. Anyway, I'm off and running. And I know I did not vlog in the break room last night because I really didn't break until the last hour. And I went in there and I sat with one of the nurses and I talked her ear off. I yapped probably way too much. Boy, once I start talking, I start, you know, divulging all kinds of stuff. I wonder if I should have did that. It was just friendly talk, but you know, I just started talking way too much. To where I think I left work just a little bit late. Well, that was a first. So, if I don't come back in here to say toodles, ta-ta for now, I should say, until tomorrow. Oops, cars. Have you guys noticed how, well, those of you that live in this town, I'm sure it's the same thing in your town. I don't know what I'm saying again. But have you noticed how it's starting to get darker way earlier now? Winter is finally arriving or getting close. Or in my town, in my neck of the woods, it seems like fall's trying to start. Okay, you guys, see you mañana. See you in the AM.